Hey, listen. So before we dive into my show, I need you to understand a few things. The Save On experience is just that, the Save On experience. So be warned, these are my views, my thoughts, my opinions. So listen, don't take it serious. Don't get too upset. It's for entertainment purposes only, boo boo. I don't really know you like that. You don't really know me like that, right? So we gonna be cool, right? We don't get that right, cause we know. I just see what I think. Slow down, chill out. It's just entertainment, you know, girl. So keep it cute, and if you gonna listen, listen from a place of love. Don't get too mad. All my people listen, hunty bunches, and honey bunches of oats. I want to thank y'all for coming right on in. Coming right on in, yes. Coming right on in, honey, to the Save On experience in the social club with all of us. Now, a lot of folks I know is not going to be on tonight because Atlanta Pride is going on and they out there being nasty, catching us some good old COVID dingling, girl. And I say, get all you can get, goddammit. We've been in quarantine for so damn long. Get the ding ding, the ping ping, the poon poon, and the toon toon. Get all that you need. Get it all out your soul and your spirit. Put it down somebody's throat. Down their throat. Down their throat. Now tonight, y'all, we're going to be talking about Lovecraft Country. And you know I have my babies with me on this evening. First, the none other than who? The Miss Jasmine Divine. Are y'all ready? Do y'all remember her? She the one that had JD on her show. And the booty was out. And cream pies.
Me? How y'all doing? I don't know anything what you talking about.
And if y'all didn't see it, y'all need to go back and watch the replay.
Cheese and crackers. Not down their throat. We want them to have it down their throat.
All of it. They're going to have Corona. They might have Corona, some cream with their Corona. Or some cheese, depending if they clean or not, with some cheese with their Corona.
I mean, down their throat.
Who else we got in the back?
I don't know who else we got in the back plus tonight. You know, I'm trying to get into the theme of things. Come on, Cheetos.
Top. Does it have some shorts or something to go with it?
Which one?
Pants.
The one I have on?
The one that
Does it have a what?
The pants or some shorts to go with that jacket, that hoodie.
You smell yours from top of mine.
Yours, mister.
Hold on.
There go the iPhone again.
I'm talking about mister.
There go the iPhone again.
Wait.
We didn't even get in a good 3 minutes in. Good. There go the iPhone again. Y'all know he on Metro PCS.
Don't do that. We'll be back for this brief intermission.
You know what? We get you a moment, honey. Silence.
Hello.
Hey, baby.
Y'all know we gotta show love to all of our folks that's out here tonight, honey. Let me tell y'all something. I appreciate y'all for coming in here. Nancy, hey, Evolution of Val, what's up, love? Silent Artist is sitting right here, Discovering Dez, Brizzy Bree, Shayla, not to be confused with New Orleans Davis.
Come on, New Orleans.
Hi, Sylvia Williams. What's up, girl?
Yes, right. The Family Stone, Jesus.
There's none other than Jasmine Divine up in here, Shaquansha down up in there. We see you, gal.
What's
Bree? Yeah, Shaquansha's out there, girl. She must be out
there. Bree.
His Majesty the King.
Come on.
Yes, God. I want to thank all
y'all. Johnson.
Erica Rob. Letitia, girl. When you gonna have another mukbang, girl? Stop. Are we back, mister?
Are we back?
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
So what I was asking was, do you have some pants or some shorts that match your top? I like that.
Oh, I don't. I got underwear though.
Jesus, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Are they underwear, underoos, or thongs?
Child, it's a
or a slingshot.
It's a pull through.
Not a slingshot.
What is the pull through?
That's what I'm trying to say. What is a pull through?
Pull through. That means you pull it through. You can pull it through. Let me stop fucking around for y'all start bleeding.
Pull through, pull out,
pull back, flick back.
What's that pocket? Look, pull through, pull out. People gonna be messing with their Rona tonight, honey, when they out there sucking and putting this stuff down their throat.
All I can say is there's a lot of animals going off the shelves tonight.
Oh,
animals going off the shelves.
That's out the enema.
Every time this year, they clear the shelves at the pharmacy store.
They be going to the Dollar General. Don't be playing Dollar General and Dollar Tree and Family Dollar. Quit playing. They don't go and get the expensive ones. They get the ones that they leave it alone.
They need to just get that bag from the shower bag, girl.
Old school. That you know everything cleaned out.
I love my bag.
Good luck. All I can say is good luck with them. I'm not gonna be a part of the number. I gotta come and see
the fights. I know it's gonna be a whole bunch of goddamn fights.
You already know. I'm just
It
waiting to see
already
who's
done
gonna
started.
post the first.
Madison already put one on there. Posted one already.
Yeah.
They're gonna be down there fighting to the Lowe's Hotel.
Oh, D Main said someone ain't using the enema though.
Oh,
Right.
he got a
You
point.
heard about those, honey.
He got a point. Sometimes you just gotta sit here and just pray about it and just go.
I'm not trying to. Well, like I ain't never. I'm not gonna say that it was. We were.
You better hold your stomach and intestines.
I ain't never tried to do no shitty kitty on nobody. No Picasso painting, none of that.
Some people ain't tried to. It just ended up being an old chocolatey kitty.
Ooh. Can Mr. Please melt me into a happy birthday? Sang, please.
Who said that?
Now it is Marcus Collins' birthday today, y'all. 36 years old, honey.
Mm-hmm.
And Mr. Please melt me into a happy birthday singing, please. Oh, Mister, he wants you to sing to him.
I want to sing to him.
Who?
Marcus.
Marcus. Who
We
was
don't know.
Marcus?
We don't know but sing to him. He asked you to sing.
Marcus been around.
Hold on. I gotta charge my iPad up so I can have some. Oh, never mind. I forgot. Well, I don't know. It'll let you. You play. The Madison's birthday from Whitney's birthday live on here. Haven't you?
I haven't. She might have a license for it. I don't know.
But you he said sing it. He wants you to sing it.
He said he wants authentic vocals.
Okay.
Let me get ready, Jesus. Jesus, take the wheel. Hold on. Before you get started, we gonna say a prayer. Yeah, take your good old swig and clear your throat. Father, in the name of Jesus, grant him all the mercy and the energy in the throat muscles so that his deck does not give out him while he trying to sing this song in your child Jesus' name. Amen and amen again.
Wait a minute. So that his what? Did you say his dick don't give out?
Throat mode.
It did sound like you said this.
I had to come up like, wait a minute, hold on, who we praying to right now?
I ain't say nothing about his meat. Nothing. Y'all get your mind out the gutter. Come on, let us hang it.
Happy birthday to you.
Hold on, start over. Set up a little bit, because you know you're laying down on your side. You ain't gonna get all of the air that you need. Set up a little bit. There you go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Well,
happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. How old are you now? How old are you now? How old are you? How old are you now?
Where's Shayla at when you need her?
Yes, Big Marcus, do you feel melted yet, honey?
Oh, Jesus.
Is the draws coming down yet?
Oh, Jesus.
Child, he probably gave himself a wedgie more like it.
Chad said he dying.
Yes. Happy
So bittersweet.
to you, little honey. Said, open them.
Oh, that sound like a seal.
Oh, he said, open them throat valves like you do your ass, mister.
Oh, yeah, the dangly thing. The dangly thing in the back of my throat.
That dangly thing out back of my throat.
Oh, D-Main, no, you didn't. Oh.
Girl, go gadgets that sound like it's the Cheetos look good. You know, people used to take Cheetos and actually like batter their chicken and shit with it.
What is he doing?
He wants us to see that
dangly thing.
I didn't see. Oh, I don't. Yours don't download.
Oh.
Yours removed.
Maybe it's a growing out of show.
It was safe to come back.
Yes.
That was fine. You come back on the.
Never mind, I'll leave again, Jared, because he's showing his throat.
Ooh,
So listen,
my God, today.
have y'all been watching Lovecraft, honey?
Show ahead, Jared.
Good. Teacher, I have something to say.
You ain't. What you got to say, girl?
Good. Did you take professional classes whenever you had done your rendition of Happy Birthday?
Yes.
Who was your teacher?
My teacher was Tina Snow.
Tina Snow? Who the hell? Why that name sound familiar?
Don't disrespect Megan Thee Stallion like that.
Is her name Tina Snow?
That's one of her nicknames. He tried it.
Ice me out. Ice me
And
out.
you
That's
name
right.
Patty is not his teacher. Don't even try.
By the way of Patty, by the way of Anita Baker.
Don't
No
ever,
Patty.
don't
Never
ever,
Patty.
never be Patty or Anita in your life.
No
Bye.
Patty.
I'll come back in a minute. Bye.
Yes, honey. I feel a Grammy coming.
I feel a grandmammy coming, but not a Grammy.
A grand mammy.
A grand.
I ain't got pipes like that.
A grand mammy coming. All right.
You eat your chicken select.
Let's select the fried.
You eating fried chicken tonight?
No,
Air fried.
it's blackened. Look at all this.
So you got Negro.
And honey, yes, come on, seasoning.
Come on,
It's-
Negro.
It's turkey.
Oh, it's turkey? Okay, blackened turkey.
It's so delicious. But I
Sounds
really
good.
want the burger.
From where?
Anywhere. Well, not anywhere, not from McDonald's.
Shayla said another chicken nugget. No, it's a chicken breast nugget this time.
Actual turkey, piece of turkey, honey. It's a turkey breast that I cut in half to thin out. I don't like it too thick. All right, y'all. So listen. So who been watching it? You been watching Love Country? I mean Lovecraft?
I haven't seen it, so if y'all don't, if I look lost, that's why I look lost, because I don't know what they talking about.
I done seen everything except for the last one because they just released number 4, right?
It came out yesterday.
Yeah, I haven't seen number 4, but I seen all the way up to number 4.
No. Well, let's get into episode 1. Honey, when episode 1 first came on, I ain't gonna lie, I kept turning it off.
You told us.
At first, it was boring. I couldn't get into it at first.
I was like, the sun down, girl. I was like, shit, turn the bed down. I was tired. I was like, girl, I can't do this. It was just like, I don't know, it was painful. But once I worked through it, about 20 minutes in, it started
Getting somewhere.
Yes. Oh, but let's talk about Tick Girl.
Oh my God today.
Oh,
Here y'all go.
He could get it.
what, you don't agree that he ain't a nice piece of swamp steak?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah. He got a nice body though.
I mean, so okay. Yeah, his breath do look like it stink, but his body is real nice.
Did you say his breath looked like it stank?
It do.
What am I gonna do with you say, Vaughn?
His breath do look like he stink. Anyway, in the first episode, honey, he was coming back into town because his uncle had called him and was like, listen, ain't nobody seen your daddy Have you talked to your daddy? Where your daddy at?
Yeah.
He went out of town. That was about 2 weeks ago. He ain't been back. And you know, normally he down there on the corner stool at the bar. Where your daddy at?
Right.
And me and Tick got a good old letter talking about I found some stuff out about your mama.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, and that just set the shit into fire, honey.
But then it was kind of sort of strange to me because I really don't know exactly what era that they started dealing with everything, because I assumed, from what I understood from history, is that the North was freer than it was in the South. So you really didn't have to go on excursions like how he was the uncle was doing at first, to have safe houses for, Negro travelers. So I assumed that it was free up north from what I understood.
Well, so what we got to remember about Lovecraft is he always puts his own spin on this. Is like an alternate universe, if you will. Yeah. So
we can all. Sorry, Auntie. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
But what also is, it might have been free, but that doesn't mean it was free for us, for real.
And it was
People have been discriminated against going to these places. That doesn't mean that they necessarily liked us being there. The North still had racism. It just wasn't as bad as the South for slaves.
Because you remember seeing that sign? I'm sorry.
He
Go ahead.
wrote in a lot of the Jim Crow laws and movement into all areas during this time.
Because in the first one, when it was doing everything, like the things that was catching me, like pieces of history or whatever that was catching me, is that they when they stopped at the diner, like, what's behind you, and she got up and she was going to the bathroom, and that's when Tick had said to his uncle, about the whole fire at the White House, and they repainted everything white. And then when he pushed that tile back and seen that floor, I said, "Oh my God!" And then that's when she ran from the back.
He was like, "Oh no!" She was like, "Grab your shit and go." So basically, it started out with him coming into town, meeting up with his uncle and his aunt and his cousin, and during this time, Letitia, who's also a childhood friend, she was coming back in town as well. They all teamed up to say, "Hey, we finna go find him and see where he's at."
Right.
He told his uncle, he said, "Hey, Pops said that he found some things out about my mom," and kind of told him some of the things that he told him and where she was originally from. And he was looking on the map trying to find out where this particular place was. And he's like, nobody has seen this place.
Isn't it called Arkham or something like that? Or
Arkham.
Yes, Arkham.
Arkham.
Arkham. Sorry. If you're being honest, Letitia, Laddie only left because her sister wasn't playing no games with her ass, and she said, "Girl, I ain't helping your ass out."
You got 2 days. You got 2 days, honey, and then you got to get the fuck up out of here because you only come through here because you want something. And why you ask that anyway? Because you didn't help us with Mama's funeral.
Right, but the part that got me though is whenever she came back and her sister was performing on stage, which if you take a look at it, it's the colorism thing. Her sister was performing on stage, and then the crowd started seeing her, and then it was like, they wanted Lady up on stage, which is Miss Thing from East Bayou. When she came in, that's when she, I don't know, huh?
And True Blood.
Oh yeah, she was on True Blood too.
And Underground.
But when she came up on stage, it was like the crowd couldn't get enough of her because of her complexion and her size. It appeared to me like they was like, not only colorism with the heavier set dark girl, but then they, really didn't want to hear from her anymore.
I mean, well, yeah, I think by the time it was, she light skinned. The lighter and the closer to white you are, the better it was. It was worse then, but yeah, absolutely, you caught that color. Yep, you are absolutely right. And she had to tell her sister, she had to calm her down a little bit. She's like, "Okay, now don't do too much up here. What you know about this, about that?" You can definitely feel the tension between the sisters.
It was automatically tension when she got up on stage, especially when they were trying to, when Lady grabbed the mic and she was like, "Bitch, don't grab the mic when I'm still singing."
She said, And that's what she said with her eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And these thought, yeah, I would consider this would be more sci-fi, especially with the alternate universe kind of spectrum grown in it. Yeah, I would think so. I would
You
think
said
so.
more sci-fi?
Sci-fi, yeah. Lovecraft kind of wrote like that. You know what I'm saying? He wrote, from what I understand, because I haven't read his stuff, but me and Bay was talking about it. He writes some pretty
Weird stuff.
type stuff.
Yeah, I haven't heard. I haven't read the book yet. I know there's one. I know it's based off of a book.
Yeah.
I didn't read it, so this was all new to me. So I'm
Yep.
taking it down.
And Letitia, it's on HBO. It's one of their new series. It has about 4 episodes out there today.
Yeah.
What we're talking about is Sundown. So, baby, let's talk about when they was traveling through them towns, baby. And like you said, they got to the diner. They sat down to eat.
Girl, once I saw that diner, I said, "Girl, this is gonna be some food."
It ain't no good, baby. First of all, the clock, and then he just kept looking at the walls. That Tick is gifted. They're really setting his gift up. He's very observant, and he puts things together before he sees it, and he kind of puts it together. And she sat back, and she was listening, and she was like, one of the workers or the cook or whatever was like, "Listen, now we ain't served them. Now we're not gonna do like we did the last time." And she was like, "Oh shit, get your shit and get the fuck up out of here."
But they also show how influential Uncle George is to Tick, and how much he gets from him. Because Uncle George is quick as well, and that's where he got a lot of his cleverness from.
Absolutely. You know, they definitely set up their relationship around the fact that they were family, and that a lot of his avid reading and things like that comes from his uncle and the relationship that they have. So a lot of that tied into it. So when they was jetting up out that town, she grabbed that car and she was like, "Let's go." And she was hightailing it. You hear me?
Right. After they told her she can't drive the car too.
She was like, "I can show you better than I can tell you, baby. What you're not gonna do is tell me what I can and cannot do. That's what you ain't gonna do."
Right.
But then remember going when they were speeding through, a lot of the signs start popping up saying that this is a sundown country county and all that different stuff. Like they had so many different references, like you said, to the Jim Crow thing. That was just craziness to me.
Sundown, they was hightailing and they were shooting, and then here come this mysterious, beautiful, antiquated Bentley bitch. That silver on black came flying through.
Right.
Cut them off, and all of a sudden it just went boom, and that truck started flipping. I said, "What in the whole Kentucky hell is that?" And then Miss Blonde Bombshell got out. I was like, "Okay, Clarice."
Then that stick that red hat. I needed that red hat.
Bitch, she was giving you.
She was giving you nice stuff. She was giving you nice Southern Belle with that outfit.
Jasmine, she's got cute fashions and gowns.
Right.
She's got cute gowns and fashions.
Cute gowns and fashion. Baby, I was like, "Oh, Letitia, if you got Fire Stick, girl, you know, get what you need, girl. You might be able to get the app. But girl, when I tell you, OMG." And they stopped, and she got out, and she looked. And it was like, okay, they kept on going.
And then Tick was the only one that saw her get out the car. Well, Tick's really the only one that saw the whole incident. Because Letty was too focused on getting them out of there, and then Uncle George was pretty much trying to make sure everybody was calm.
So do you think Tick has premonition then?
Oh, Tick, we're gonna move into that. I think Tick has a lot of things.
Yeah.
As we move into the different episodes, Tick is pretty gifted.
Yep.
And but one thing, when he was coming, he's in the army in this, so he was home from the army, so he's already trained to look and process things differently.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To be on edge. And they really didn't get into his backstory in that sense, but they really talked about how, you know, they really focused on the relationship and him and his dad not having a great relationship at all.
Yeah.
How they hadn't talked in 5 years.
And then that it was specifically the Vietnam War that he was coming back from. That's pretty much it we got from the first episode.
Yep. So this, when you think about Vietnam, you know, they talk about us going and fighting for the country, then we come back, we ain't shit still.
Right.
Savon, Shayla, say what you drinking on?
I can't
Water.
It looked like it was another drink, like a blue motherfucker or something.
It's called Mios Blast, Berry Blast, or something. It's water. I'm trying to make sure that I only been drinking once a week, and I'm not drinking tonight because I really want to see if I get up in the morning if I'm gonna be down more pounds or no pounds. But I believe that once a week drinking is still fucking with my weight, goddammit. So it's an experiment.
Child, you in this weight loss, honey.
I need my extra 20 pounds off, and then I'll be happy.
Well, all I can say is I need thee, oh, I need thee every hour. Oh, yeah.
Now, friend, I'm trying to find that note.
Me not.
And then they say, what it say? What it say? Sometimes you gotta moan. Sometimes, the cross, the cross.
I
feel like I need to be in the cross right now. Something ain't going on, honey.
Back and say, bread of heaven, feed me till I want no more.
Let's talk about this. Mariah Fierce brings up something.
Yes, the dad and the bar owner.
The bar owner. First of all, when they came and clicked into that doggone scene, the bar owner was getting him some good old head, baby. From Leroy. Leroy was giving him some good old mouth. He was touching that old dangling thing back inside of that throat.
Yes, God.
Yeah, it was bad.
I don't think he knew how to take it. That's why he just like.
He just looked and was like, I don't know what's going on. He was like, this ain't what I came for. I came for one thing only. Yeah.
For everybody that was thinking that it wasn't around then.
That dangling thing down inside of that throat. Oh. He zipped right up. No, I ain't seen your dad in about 2 weeks. Ain't you going supposed, boy? Oh, we not gonna talk about the fact you just getting some some head. Getting some head. Walk through it. We just gonna roll through it, huh?
Yeah.
And he was a good old light bright too. What other?
That will come up in the later episodes. When we get to the last episode that was released.
But I feel like the tall black dude that was trying to check him, saying that we finna close for the block party, knew what was going on.
You think so?
Who?
The tall black one that was told that didn't recognize it was Tick and said that oh, we about to close. We don't accept outsiders right now. We about to close because the block party. Remember he had said the block party was going on.
Yeah.
And then when he realized it was Tick, then that's when they said, oh, he in the back handling something.
Yeah.
And that's when he went back in and he was handling. He was getting it. He was playing butcher and
right.
getting handled. What, honey? So then they get out there and do their dancing and stuff, and they'll turn the water fountain. They'll run and turn the water fountain on, and then here come Miss Letty come walking through, and then got his shirt off, and she's like, "Who is that?" That's Tick. Little Tick.
Right.
Don't nothing look little about Little Tick, honey. But I agree with Shayla. From here down, he was fine. He had great
Yeah, butternut.
As
Butternut.
my one of my favorite people, Spilly Boy, was saying, from the face down to the neck, he can carry my bags, and from the from the neck down, he can get what he wants.
He a butternut.
What the hell is a butternut?
Everything good, butternut.
I'm gonna be.
So y'all, that was episode 1. So if y'all ain't seen it, go out there and check it out, baby. Because they went through them towns. They went through getting ran out of town. You remember at the end? So
they
were outside just trying to pee, just peeing, before it get dark. And he come harassing them and talking about some y'all look like some thieves, and this is a sundown county, so you got about 7 minutes before.
And was riding, and while they were riding out, his ass was right behind them, and then was running into their asses while they were going.
You got 7 minutes to get out.
And they made it. It was this close before they wouldn't make it, but when they thought that they were safe, he already had somebody waiting for him.
On the other side of the railroad tracks, girl. They took off in them goddamn woods.
Yeah.
The last place I would want to be during a hanging situation is in the woods.
Right.
They took off in the goddamn woods and was fighting and everything, and then oh god, the vampires came out, girl.
Yeah, the more gremlins came and got their butts.
I don't know if they look like dogs, but
I thought they were gremlins.
They're like dogs with like but they're like they have vampiric tendencies.
Vampiric tendencies, but I don't know what the hell they are, but they came up out of the ground, honey, and started tearing them folks up. And then they were in the end, they were in the cabin with the one or two of the officers.
The captain, because his arm got ripped off, and then the co-captain that was there.
Yep.
And they sent Lady to run to the car because the light was killing them.
Yeah, they didn't like the light.
Yeah, they didn't like the light.
And then they sitting in there, and then you get bit, you turn into one of them. So then the other one turned into one of the officers started turned into a vampire. I was like, what in the hell? Girl, I was so confused after first.
Yeah, and then the dummy going act like he didn't want to shoot the other one. So he got his head chopped off and ate up. Then he turned into a full. By that time, he turned pretty much into a full vampire at that point and attacked them. And then Letty had the car finger, and then bum rushed the whole car into the house and knocked that motherfucker out and killed them.
Girl, what they call the vehicle again? Because that damn vehicle was taken.
Woody.
Yeah, Woody.
Baby, Woody was
going through it,
baby. When I tell you that Woody asked, that car was getting abused, and bitch, she wasn't suffering none of it. Wasn't no thing, baby. So then they get to the point to where they get out the woods and they hear this whistle where they call in the hound's office. What I thought about heard the whistle. Hey, Miss Diva. They Miss Diva. Oh, wait a minute. I think that's my mom. Oh, so she on Periscope now. She doing big things. She's smart. She got a little electronics over there. But yeah, they called the doggone hound.
Hey, Miss O.
And so then they end up at this lodge in the middle of freaking nowhere.
Mm-hmm. A nice pristine lodge at that.
Clean, well kept, and this is Artem that they've not seen in like a century.
Mm-hmm. And then this little kind white man was standing in the front chair saying, "We've been waiting for you.
We've been waiting for you.
Welcome home.
Come on in." They said, "Welcome home, bitch." They sure did. Welcome home.
And I was like, "Girl, that's some foolishness. I ain't got time for it."
Welcome home. And that was what?
Episode 1, child.
That was 1 and a part of 2 because
Well, that was the ending of one.
The ending of one.
The ending of one.
In a part of
What's up, Chantel? We about to get into
episode 2, okay?
2. But we're gonna take a moment so that everybody can go and pee and do some things and get themselves together. We're gonna take us a little break.
Okay.
All right, give us one moment. You know what? How can we? Ooh, that's how you move them. Ooh, I'm burning. All right, one moment. We're gonna take us a brief break. Time for a commercial.
What's up, divas and divas? Oh, I'm sorry, that's her shit. Miscreants, what the fuck y'all doing? So listen, I guess this is her little break. She need a little break. She gotta go pee-pee. She gotta poo-poo. Whatever it is she do, get her a little drink of water. Y'all think she's still doing water? But anyway, so y'all, I hope you're enjoying the show. I hope you're liking, sharing, and subscribing and all that good stuff because she'll be back in just a moment. But before then, I just want you guys to get into these little friends got shows this week. Y'all know Jasmine, Chi-Chi, her niece, honey, Jasmine again, girl, and Go-Go. Girl, did she add Go-Go this week? She probably didn't add Go-Go this week.
Yes, God, thank you so much for joining the Save On Experience Saturday Night Social Club. You could be anywhere and yet you're here with me. So please like, share, and subscribe, and thank you for joining. Now, you know we have friends of the show. On Sunday, yes, we've got the Cool Down with Miss Jasmine Devine at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. She'll be bringing you what to what news and that song that go, Then if you want more topics and trending news, join us on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Central Standard, 8 p.m. yours, with the infamous Chi-Chi, where we'll also bring you hell to the all news. So join in, like, share, and subscribe. Back at 8 p.m. that same night on Tuesdays, we've got Chat with Divine. You never know who may drop in, so make sure you tune in. That's right, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time at the Chat with Divine channel. Now, lovelies, if you're new to the channel, thank you so much for joining us this night. Hope you subscribe and hope you like the content we have for you. Please share, please like, leave a comment and tell me what I'm doing good, what I could be doing better, and if I'm doing something wrong, gently nudge me and say, girl, what's going on? Once again, thank you so much for joining the Save On Experience Saturday Night Social Club. Have a good night and continue to enjoy.
But anyway, I hope you guys are liking and sharing and all that good stuff. And she'll be back soon. Did y'all have a good week? Y'all have to cuss anybody out? Y'all have to do anything that you regretted? If you did, you had a boring ass week. You need to get you a damn life is what you need to get, girl. Live a little. Honey, did I cuss somebody out? Absolutely. I'm always cussing hoes out. Just saying. So anyway, she'll be back soon. I'm real sure. You know, it takes her a while. Her bladder get full. I'm gonna sit here and entertain y'all hoes until she get back though. Y'all seem like y'all on y'all best behavior because you know my standard of best behavior is kind of fucked up though. So I don't know if that's a compliment or not. But anyway, thank you for joining the Save On Experience at the Saturday Night Social Club. Enjoy the content, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for joining. You know she need the numbers, so y'all continue to tell folks so she can get her numbers. She need her numbers. You know she don't have no friends. Well, maybe 3. Are they even watching? Well, Jasmine's watching and Mr. Six Fake probably. So y'all make sure, like, share, subscribe. If you like the content, tell her what she doing, girl. If you don't, tell her what she doing wrong. She probably not gonna care because she boss as hell and she just, think her way is the right way. But tell her anyway. And thank you for joining and good night. Bye. I'll see you at the next break.
Hey, y'all.
You ain't slick.
You pouring in that damn glass.
What happened?
Really?
What happened?
Actually, you gotta do what you need to do before Jasmine starts.
What happened?
Really?
You need to do before you
Girl, do we need to call AA?
For what? I was just adding a little sweet and low.
Oh, that's what it was.
Sweet and low.
girl.
Uh-huh.
To my water.
To your water.
You sure about it?
Huh? What happened?
I said, are you sure that's water?
Girl, I totally planned that. I was like, let me just act like it. No, that's not water. That's actually a little
Vodka.
I don't know what's left over in this flask.
I'm done. I don't know.
So it's a little potent.
I think it's if I'm not mistaken, I think it's some little Jack Daniels.
Oh, I'm at.
Jack Daniels.
We knew she wasn't drinking this water.
Girl, you know, we finna move on to episode 2.
Girl, now see, episode 1 gave us a little taste of the foolishness, man. Now, episode 2 was a fool.
A whole.
So they get introduced to this house. We find out that Tick's mama was a descendant of the Braithwaites, and the Braithwaites, the original owners. And according to how it used to go down, Braithwaite was so kind to his servants, aka slaves. And he would continuously, step out on his wife and, rape and pillage all the women in there and all the other stuff. So they would be around having all these mixed children. And he cared so much about his children, girl.
Yeah, he was giving them love.
Yeah, so
unwanted, unasked for, unneeded love.
So
yeah.
And then we find out that what else would happen? So apparently there's been a spell put on Letty and Uncle George, and apparently it's not working on Tick.
No.
So they don't remember shit.
The reason why is because he's a descendant, so the spell doesn't work on a descendant.
Doesn't work on him because of his bloodline. So
what
we learned in 2, it started with them right at the end being at this beautiful lodge. They're in their rooms. They've had a nightful rest. Letty goes to get up and get freshened, and just so happens she's got all these beautiful clothes that's just her size.
I was just gonna say,
honey, Uncle George, honey, he's got a library full of books.
And they all cater to his taste.
Honey. And then you got Tick who gets up and he's like, what in the hell happened last night? And what the hell is going on? He looked out the woods like, what were those damn things? Everything.
Right.
Then they start hearing this dinner bell that sounded like some type of sacrificial alarm telling everybody it's time to come down and do some things, girl.
But in that scene right there, Mr. Man, the manservant, got Miss Thing together. So it's only the gentleman. It's black tie. Only gentlemen. Yes, only gentlemen can be in the parlor. You have to have yours outside.
Well, girl, we skipped the part though.
No, we skipped the whole part. Yeah, because remember they served them breakfast at that time.
Oh yeah,
they served them breakfast, and Tick was talking to Uncle George and Letty, and they were like, "Listen, and she was like, "Oh, I need some salt. We got some salt." And she rang her little bell. He's like, "How the hell is you eating like ain't shit happened last night?"
Right.
And she was like, "Well, what happened? I don't. Oh fuck, I don't remember last night. I just remember."
And then he popped up again.
And then being here.
Yeah, and then Uncle George seemed as if he was remembering slightly. So he could see that somebody was watching. So he was like, Tick, shut your ass the fuck up.
We're being watched.
And we being robbed.
They
So
being real nice to us.
So they ain't say nothing for a couple of minutes. Then we find out, we hear a whole bunch of screaming and hollering and all that foolishness. And it happens to be that Miss Thing, that was in her silver core, is also a Braithwaite as well. And she is the daughter of the man getting tortured. And, well, we think he's being tortured.
Yeah,
we find out that he's the father of, I forget what her name is. Christina. He's the father of Christina, and what he's getting his rib taken out because
and a part of his liver.
Yeah, and a part of his liver because he considers himself Adam.
Mm-hmm.
So this whole situation is called the Court of Adam or something like that. Court of Adam, and their whole basis is it's all men's only. So there's of course Christina, who's a descendant of here. So
and I think that's the only reason why she was allowed to practice in the dark arts that they had. That's the only way that she was able to learn it, because no other woman was able to learn the spells and stuff.
Yeah, she was able to learn it and participate and be so strong in it, but she was never going to become a son of Adam.
Oh, and then we skipped another big part too.
Come on, bring us in.
Before they even went to dinner and found out all this bullshit, these hoes, they trying to search. Tick is trying to search and figure out shit, child. Now listen to Uncle George. They wander into this little old measly village town.
Girl, and that town looked like, remember the movie The Village?
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. So Tick asking all these questions, and he sees this little I want to say a lodge. What's that thing where it's like the chickens, like the I forget, like the
cooler area where they put the meat, they hang the meat.
Mm-hmm.
The smoker.
So what do you say, Jess?
The smoker.
Yeah, so we see like a smoker. We see this lady. She turns out to be the sheriff of the town, and she has this black dog. And she comes up to Tick, talking about we've had a lot of bears. What did she say? Bears or dogs? Some
bears.
Brown.
We have a lot of
because they thought there was grizzly bears there, but it's no. She said no, it's brown bears because they're stupider.
Yeah, so
there's a lot of black ones that come around here. And they think they're smart. They're not that smart. They just nosy and don't mind their own business. In other words, she was saying, yeah, and he said, "I'm sorry, we're guests," and she's like, "Yeah, I don't look like the type of guest that they get." Right.
Mm-hmm. And then that clicks into Uncle George and Tick's head because Tick was saying that it's like unfamiliar to have a building like that, because usually those kinds of buildings have a dungeon at the bottom instead of a basement. Right. So then, and also I forgot to mention that Mama's was like, "Don't be late for dinner.
Don't be late because it gets dark around here. You don't want to be caught out in the dark."
Yeah. Right. So of course, because they were being nosy and trying to figure shit out, they ended up back in the woods again.
And it was dark. And when it happened, I was like, damn, it's taking them that damn long just to walk back to the house.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So then, here comes the vampire, or the vampire dogs, whatever the fuck they is.
Coming up out the damn ground again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, vamp dogs.
So the vamp dogs came out, and then they hit that whistle again. And Tick is like, that's that sound. That's the sound that we heard last night. Before everything just changed and disappeared. And then here come Christina on her horse.
Yep. And then again, Letty and Uncle George forgot again.
Yeah.
So right. That took Tick off to know that there must be some type of spell going on.
Yep. So then they were like, oh shit, it happened again. He was like, yeah. So they get back to the room. And she's talking to him, and she was like, listen, dinner's about to get started. My father's not the type of man, or his friends that you would want to anger, they would make really horrible enemies. And when he was talking about, she said, so you ought to want to make, nice and make some friends. And that's when he was kind of leaning on her more friendlier side and was talking about his friends and how his friends don't remember and all this and the other. And she was like, he's like, what is this, some type of spell? And she was like, well, no one has ever met one of the hound dogs and remembered or lived.
Yeah.
So there was a spell that would automatically make them forget because these animals protected that land as well. That's why it was all of a sudden off the map. Nobody knew where it was. It wasn't written anywhere because nobody would remember it because they will all either die or if they did live, they'll automatically make them invisible and make them forget.
So do you think, this is kind of sort of off the beaten path, but do you think a lot of the people that are in the town that's around them were people that stumbled across the dogs and their memory got fucked up, so now they're they thought that they are part of the community there?
I don't know, but I wondered, like, how do you become part of the community? I was thinking that too. So the people in the village, they lived like very much like Amish type, Amish type lifestyles. There were no motor vehicles in the town. They were using wheel and barrels to move stuff around. Like, it was very simple.
And I think the only one that probably knew the truth about it was the sheriff.
Yeah. Yeah, but they didn't really dive into that to let us know kind of their relationship yet. But I thought the same thing, Jess. I was like, what in the hell? How are you not able? Like, how are these people not getting outside the city lines or the village lines? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? People not to be out there either.
Yeah, and then since Tick was doing all that talking, Christina decided to let it be known that the spell was over.
So she gave them their memory back, and when she gave them their memory back, George and Letty started screaming because they started remembering all of this shit. So then they're all in their rooms because she also locked him in his room where he couldn't go see them.
Yeah,
and that's when the tricks started. Lord Jesus.
Okay. So then we see Uncle George with this unknown lady in there, who was his
it was his pre-fiance that died. That's what happened.
Fiance?
Yeah, that was his fiance that died.
That was no fiance, baby.
So who was she then?
That was Tick's mama.
Yeah, because the uncle is really his daddy.
Jim, you wasn't supposed to say that to the last part.
Oh, well, hell, y'all ain't give me no cues. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
That's why we going through episodes, but that's all right. So, yeah, they kept clearing the memory, and I kept thinking, you married.
That's what I said too.
Who is this? What Harpo? Who is this woman?
And she was saying a lot of like real, like intimate things about how when he was a little kid
and kissing and doing all this other stuff, and he wanted to. He's like, this is not real. He kissed on her forehead, and then he looked and he saw the magical line. And he was like, oh, okay, I see what's going on. Then he started going into these other areas, reading stuff, and then they moved over. Now I don't know if y'all caught this. They moved over to Letty's room. And Letty is in there with Tick.
Yeah. And
talking and having a special moment. And did y'all notice that they had Adam and Eve on the stained glass?
Yes, they did.
And Adam's dingling was actually the serpent bitch.
Yes, it was.
I didn't notice that, but thank you for pointing it out. I'll go back and
honey, a lot of times dingling can be the root of all disasters.
Who you telling?
It can totally wreck your life, girl, if you are not careful. So that made me think. They kept having play words on Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve. And so they were getting to the things of things and talking about how he would never leave them, and they was about to get into the magic girl, and she was like, no, wait, and trying to talk, and he was like still disrobing. I mean, so he unbutton his pants, here come this goddamn big ass serpent, and I'm talking about a real snake, come out, and she's fighting and attacking, and they fight, and then in his room, he's got visuals of him being in the Vietnam War again. People. So after all that started happening, we like, what the hell is going on? How is he in the same room with her and fighting Miss Suline as well?
Yeah.
And then you look, the guests are walking around looking at them, and they have visibility into their room like it's some sort of fucking circus.
Yeah. Which reminds you, when you think about it, reminds you of back when we were slaves and we were on display to be sold. So that's what it reminded me of. Yeah,
just watching how they deal with different situations and what's
for
going
their entertainment
and how do you respond. And they thought it was entertaining, and I was like, "What in the Hello Kitty?"
Yeah,
bunch of older white men.
Yep. And then get right. And then what happens is finally, eventually, Christina lets them come out, and that's when we meet Christina's daddy right before the ceremony that's happening downstairs, and we find out that only men can enter into the ceremony, and they tell Letty that she has to stay upstairs with Christina, crazy ass. So they go down there.
But before that, Uncle George comes out and he was like, "You realize what that was? They were testing our will, and you can tell that Tick's spirit was really, bothered." And he was like, "I don't care what they do. You are a good man. Don't you let nobody tell you otherwise. And Letty, you a strong woman, and don't nobody, he's just giving him a reinforcement." He also told him what he learned. So while in there, let me tell you what I learned reading books and what I found out, and I got a plan that I think that'll get us out of here. And that's and they proceeded to go to the dinner. Lady, of course, had to keep saying,
we skipped something.
What we skip?
When the uncle was in the bedroom earlier that day, he took and he found that that secret room that was in the other part of the building that was in the basement.
Yeah.
He found out the different names
bylaws.
and the bylaws.
Names. Yep. And that's how he found and discovered the lineage.
Yep.
Right.
So
and then when they were at the dinner, Uncle George used that knowledge that he had about the bylaws to get everybody out the room except for Christina's dad. I forget what that child name is, but they all left. And then what Christina's dad said, these hoes believe this shit, but I really don't. So I don't care who the hell you is, bitch. You can't tell me to do nothing.
Child
even though you are a descendant of.
But he did it.
Yeah.
The part that got me though is they behind to send him back finna eat his liver.
And he, because Tick said, because Tick was in it. He's like, don't eat that.
And so that's when we learned about it being a ceremony. So Christina's father, he believes he's Adam. He's the first man alive, girl. So he's trying to get into the Garden of Eden.
So this is where it comes back, right? The Garden of Eden, the original Eden. This is where, and according to their belief, the Garden of Eden from Genesis, this is where you can be immortal. This is where it all began. And they show pictures of the original Garden of Eden and how Eve destroyed everything by being disobedient and disrupted the order, and show like an after picture because of it. But what people don't understand from history, they talk about how Adam watched her do it. You supposed she didn't, so you just watching her do the shit. So the ceremony, he was like, "Listen, I'll give you what you want, but this is what I'm gonna need." So he finally told him where the daddy was.
Yep.
Okay. They get daddy. Girl, daddy was down there in the damn meat cellar in the dungeon, like George said. And Go ahead.
Continue, Auntie.
No, go ahead.
Oh, and then I was gonna say, so they got the dad. We find, like Auntie said, he was in the wine cellar. We knew it was a dungeon before all that. So he climbed out the ground like the rising dead girl.
Girl, I didn't see no tools. I'm like, okay,
At all.
you might explain this to me.
At all. So then they're trying to escape because they didn't really want to go do what the ceremony was really trying to do. So they ride and all this other stuff. And then it so happens that they get stopped because they run into a force field. And then they get stopped. The car
that was a crash. It fucked that damn vehicle up. You hear me?
So Woody was, trashed. And so the Braithwaites were right behind them. So the daddy get out the car, child, and he shoot Letty right in her side. And then he points the gun to Tick's dad and his uncle, and he's like, choose which one you want to live. So inevitably, we don't see actually who gets shot until the next shot. So then we see that it was Uncle George that got shot instead of his dad.
So, and then Christine, now we're back at the lodge because he's like, listen, I told you what I needed to do. I need the ceremony. I'm trying to get back into the Garden of Eden. The only way I can do that is through the bloodline, the lineage, which you have. He said, don't get it confused. You are a resource, but you're not needed.
Right.
You get twisted. And until you do what I asked you to do, I'm not going to heal your uncle. I'll heal old girls of good faith, as good faith. You can see that I have the power. But your uncle, I'm not going to save until you've completed the task. So then you got him sitting, now we switch to the scene with Tick, and Tick is getting prepped and washed and cleansed by folk. And he's talking to Christina. Christina was like, this is when he's gifted that ring to become the son of Adam. And she's like, you just get it just simply for being a man. I've done all this work and I don't get anything. He said, but it's left. She said, but it's left to folks like us to make this shit work.
Right.
So we're gonna have to make this work. And he's like, she said, now my father is a man of his word.
Can I say one thing as well?
Yes.
If we look at religion and we look at the church now, who is the backbone of the church and who is usually in power?
The women are usually the backbone.
So again, we can.
And the men are normally up front.
Yep. Now women are
supposed to be preachers.
Now we see now in the current times we're seeing a lot more women pastors and preachers and bishops and stuff like that. But now it's really just starting to be okay in the religious community. I just wanted to point that out. Continue on.
You're right. So he's now getting prepped. And he's getting ready for this ceremony. And so the dad is like, I'm going back to Eden so I can live forever. I can straighten some shit up and I can be immortal. And so what we skipped over was when they was walking through the house to dinner, they were talking. They saw paintings of what was his name? I think his name. Titus. So Titus is the person. Okay, so pictures of Titus. Titus was the man. This is what we learned that the lodge. This is actually the second lodge because the first and original lodge, when Titus tried this very same thing, it caught fire and everyone in it burned out. Almost everyone died, they said, except for one person.
His mama.
So then they move forward and they show, Tick being in the ceremonial circle is what I'll call it.
Yes.
They're conjuring the spell and it's opening the gates of Eden through this time travel spell. Flowers is coming out and it's opening and he's absorbing the power and he's processing it. And then when it opens up so far, guess who he sees? He sees the only person that survived the fire. Who happens to be his
his great grandmama. Yeah.
The woman who was being raped or made love to by Titus and got pregnant. She's running out the house. She done set everything ablaze, and she is coaching him and leading him out the house, which lets us know, it let me know at least, that at that point, the fire was not by mistake. She also had power. I feel this.
She also was carrying a book with her.
I feel that he was kind to certain ones, because you know, when you're a concubine, you are also privy to certain things when you're the favorite. And you just enough to take that book, because that book, I promise you, we don't come back to that book. That's not the first. That's not the last time we've seen that book, because they showed it for a reason. She runs out the house and leaves Tick outside the house, and the house crumbles. Everybody in it dies, with the exception of the Christine and her friend, boy, or whatever he is, because they were already outside of the house. But everybody else dies. And you know, he's out and he's like, "Oh my God, what's going on? What's going on?" Hey, Shayla.
Hey, Shayla.
They're like, "What's going on? Oh, bitch!
I can't want her ass. She about to die."
So,
Savon, you're a little distorted.
You're just out of focus, Savon.
And it's like you got lag too.
Oh, I see that.
Oh, who beating on something?
Child, Uncle Fester.
What were you confused about, Shayla?
No, because I'm lost because I didn't see. I don't know if I just don't be paying attention. I swear I be watching it, and then like somebody will talk about it, and I just be like, well, what? I be missing stuff. So who is Tick's mama?
The girl that Uncle George was talking to in the room when they were locked in the room, and he was talking to that lady. From what
she had on the yellow dress.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, at least that's what we're perceiving. That we don't know exactly, but it seems by the relationship that was going on between them, that is my mom.
Yeah, because he's still in love with her.
Yeah. So where did we stop, Auntie?
We're at the point where outside the house. Am I still foggy on y'all end?
Yeah, you're still foggy. Are you sure it's just not the camera? Because it might be the camera. You're out of focus.
On my end, it's crystal clear, so I don't know. I think it's StreamYard.
Yeah,
it might be.
Because on my end,
I'm sitting in here and then I'm looking at it on YouTube, and it's still blurry on YouTube too.
But I think because I'm streaming through StreamYard, I think it's StreamYard.
Yeah.
Because everything here is
StreamYard fucking shit up again.
Yeah.
So one thing I will say, and I'll be right back. So at the end, so we get to that, everybody gets out. We find that Uncle George is still dead. Because they weren't able to save him, and now that Christina's dad is going as well, because the blast kind of killed him before Tick got out, before everybody got out.
But he turned to stone. By that magic, he turned to stone.
Oh yeah, he turned to stone. So yeah, so he got turned to stone, but he didn't get out.
So everybody got turned to stone, and then there's a big old brush of a wind came in there, and it blew all of the stone away.
Yep.
Hey,
you perfect again.
Yeah, you're good now, Savon.
Oh, it look real good.
Right.
Okay. It was StreamYard.
Of course. So I'll be right back. Y'all can continue. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So then you hear Letty say, Tick! Over here! And she bloody and she's crying, and they are enjoying the fact that he's like, oh, she's alive and all this. So he's thinking all is well, like everybody's good. But they get over to the car and find out that his uncle is dead because he didn't finish he didn't finish the spell. Everybody died, so the uncle couldn't reverse, the damage done. So his uncle was dead. So now Uncle George is gone.
Do you really believe that Uncle George is really dead, though?
Yeah, they had a
So,
funeral for him.
I don't think I think that
'Cause
physically,
his wife is kind of like something ain't right.
maybe she know that. Well, they didn't tell her the right story. They said that an officer shot him, and that's how he died. She don't know the mythical, magical pieces of it, but
Yeah.
she knows something. She's, oh my God, his wife is absolutely amazing. She is so damn smart, and she knows some shit is up, right? So and she keeps looking at Tick, and she's like, Tick acts so much like him, and y'all are not telling me something. And I know we're moving into episode 3 now, by the way, y'all. So we're tiptoeing the episode. It's called the Holy Ghost. Let me go on and change
Child, that
this
episode
photo and move it right on over, because this is when they go into the house, Lord Jesus, the house. And she buys this house, Lord.
Number one, it was already when the episode started, when she announced that she had bought a house, it was already off for me, because I was like, don't somebody always gotta lend you money? So how did you just buy a house outright?
So here's what we found out. So throughout that episode, we learned that the mother had money and left money, but left the money to her versus the older brother and sister. And so when she found out that she had the money, she wanted to buy a house. She wanted to work on the relationship between her and her sister. She wanted to be a boarding house as well for Black folk in a nice neighborhood. And a realtor actually turned her on to this house. It was a great deal. It was within her price range. She had the money, so she bought it. And she didn't tell her sister how she acquired the house until much later in the episode, when it slipped out that I still have money left over from mom's inheritance. She was like, wait, mom didn't have no money. She said, apparently she did. And she was like, so we were there for her when she was sick, when she passed away. The one child, they gave us a little more insight into her and Letty's relationship. So Ruben was like, the one child who abandoned her and left is the one child she leaves all the money to. So just fuck me and the brother, right? Mm-hmm. And you wasn't gonna tell me about it, knowing I spent all my money on mama's funeral. So she was moving in and decided that she wasn't gonna move in at that time. She was like, "Nah, fuck this. We're not working through this because you still on some bullshit." Mm-hmm. Well, they move in the neighborhood, and they're on the north side of Chicago versus the south side of Chicago where they from. So the north side of Chicago is not welcoming any of the brown to the neighborhood. So it also started with Tick coming, letting them know he's about to go. I've been gone from my job a while. I need to get back. Uncle George is gone. Everybody seems to be fine. There's some stuff going on, but I got to get on back home now, okay?
But before you go there, Savon, what I'm not understanding is why she took Dracula, the book, and she started ripping Dracula up, the book.
Yeah,
that was his favorite. That was his favorite book, and the auntie was taking the book every day and ripping pages out of the book.
Yeah. I think it was a form of her grieving, and she knows shit didn't sound right, and he's supposed to come right back. And if we think about it, this particular trip she was supposed to be on with him too. Mm-hmm. I can do this run. But she didn't know there was a run inside the run. You get what I'm saying? He didn't want to know that. I think it was a part of her grieving because she ended up replacing the book.
Yeah.
Because she said it had gotten messed up and I wanted to get
she said she spilled coffee, y'all.
Spilled coffee.
Right.
And had to get another one. So they're in the house, and
also I would like to do you guys notice that the book was read, like the pages were read?
Right.
In the new one? So I'm
Yep.
wondering if that's an indication of this, like, of the fact that he's no longer here and there's blood on somebody's hands, and that's why it was so weird like that.
There's definitely some tales, and
But the original one that she was ripping out of had blood all over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Y'all see shit I ain't seen nothing like that.
these episodes you gotta watch twice.
Mm-hmm.
I watched that one twice. I had to go back. The episode 3, I had to watch. Actually, I watched it 3 times because there was a lot of stuff I was missing that people was talking about.
I gotta watch it again too, because let me tell
Yeah,
you,
I had to watch them again.
for a moment, when after the arrest, after the people start coming through the house, parking cars in front of their houses with bricks on the horn tied to them so it can blow the whole time to try to get them out, and with the N word on the sidewalk, etc., honey.
Right.
They started seeing little things happening around the house, and she wasn't understanding it. Like, what's going on with this house? What the hell is going on? And then that they had a little housewarming.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody came over at the housewarming, and
they came all right.
and there was a good old party. Her sister was there singing, doing all type of stuff, and the folks wasn't having it. They was having a good old, like a little juke joint. The kids was upstairs in the attic playing on the Ouija board.
Fucking Ouija board.
Yes, girl. So they were playing with that damn Ouija board,
and the spirits in the house was talking to them, and they asked who
Not
the
to
spirit
mention that
was.
Emmett Till was the little boy.
And then the spirits started talking to him. Well, who are you? And them damn spirits spelled out her daddy name, and she's like, y'all motherfuckers is wrong for this. Y'all play too much. They're like, we didn't do that. So that's why I feel like his spirit is not at rest. And I believe it was him in that house talking to them.
Did y'all talk about the elevator?
Go ahead. That's how we started knowing there was some shit going on, because the elevator kept going out. It wouldn't work.
Number one, it almost took Letty head off.
Okay.
And it explained that later.
Completely out.
It explained that later too, because a couple people, she was taking pictures. She's a photographer. So she was taking pictures in different places of the house, and she was down in the basement. Huh?
Spiller boy talking to you.
Hey, Spill It.
Yes, Billy boy, it is off the hook, honey.
So then, we had the house party, child, and old boy. So there's like this obvious sexual tension between Letty and
talk about it, Nina.
Here come boy.
But you know, she never had.
Here come Jasmine.
Okay, I'm quiet. I ain't said nothing.
Here come old boy. I think was it the same Jasmine? Was it the same boy that told him about his dad being?
Yes.
In the show with old boy, he happened to be there. So everybody from the south side came up to the north side to where Letty now has this big old house. So he over there talking about, I'm trying to get into Letty drawers pretty much.
He had already got them.
Yeah, he said he already got her drawers, trying to get under Tick's skin. So, and he's like, so then Letty was out here dancing with.
You better get her now, or I'm gonna get her.
Yeah, or the guy that she's dancing with, or the guy that she was dancing with, or suggestively gonna get to her. So, lo and behold, Letty goes to the bathroom to freshen up.
Woo! Yes, God.
So, child, here comes Tick. He barrels in there, girl, grabs her, puts her up top on top of the thing, and then pretty much, does what needs to be done. And we don't find out, and so that happens. They finish,
and she was spotting, and she was like, "Oh, my period must came on. I am so sorry." What you say, Shayla?
Listen, let me tell you something. There is not one time that a guy is not gonna go inside of a female and don't know that she's a virgin.
Well, I know they be knowing I'm a virgin.
The wind tunnel opened up.
Yeah, so we don't find out until later, but so after the whole situation, Letty's in there, trying to compose herself. We don't know yet that she inevitably is a virgin until later in the episode. So
And that's why she cried. He hurt the head out of her because I know that shit hurt.
right.
But she kind of wanted it too, though. She was like, "Ooh, but I didn't know. Oh, wait, hold on, wait,
She forgot for a second. She was caught up in the moment. So then here comes.
I believe he did have an anaconda. I believe he had a snake.
So then let me continue before y'all start. So then here comes all the white neighbors girl doing their foolishness again with the cars. So
Right after
Letty,
down, that's why she was mad.
So then Letty, of course, being the bad bitch she is, stuck up all her emotions. She was like, she grabbed the damn bag and started smashing everybody's damn windows open and knocked those bricks right off. So, and then Tick ordered all the guys to get come done to make sure that they protected Letty while she was doing it, so nobody else would do anything to her.
Shotguns and everything, bitch. It was a whole organization. She busted them windows out, fucked them cars up, and then as soon as it done, it was like, bitch, y'all you can tell them hoes from the south side.
Right.
We put up in the car, they dropped all the guns in the trunk. She took her ass on and got this shit. They all on the ground talking about something.
Right. So then Letty get arrested, girl. So they all arrested. Now we see Letty in this car.
In the paddy wagon. You know what you call it, the paddy wagon?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So she's alone. Then there's I think he's the lieutenant.
He was the sheriff.
He was the sheriff. So the sheriff's sitting in there reading down her record because she's like, oh, you have a lot. He's like, you have a long record of whatever she's been doing over the years. So he was asking her, who told you to buy the Winthrop house? So she was confused on who the hell Winthrop was. So she's like, nobody told me to buy this shit. So then here comes the car walking over. So we see him grab this little handhold thing to stabilize you while you're in the car if it moves or shifts. So Lady doesn't see it, so she gets thrown throughout the car. She ends up.
You gotta realize he had her hands bounded in her front. So when he took her, he reached up and did it. He did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Because they already knew it was gonna happen. They was talking, so they was gonna run her ass up. So threw her around that goddamn paddy wagon, baby, asking her questions: how you buy the house? Why you get it? Why you over this neighborhood? Oh, okay. Well, I hope you survive because everybody who's living in the house has ended up dead.
Yeah, and then that's when he said all of the bodies are in the basement still.
So they knew what was going on with that house, first of all. And she then started looking. This was, and at this time is when they showed her back in the house, and she was downstairs, and she was looking at photos that she took, and she was seeing these images in them. And when she put them all together, baby, it was the original owner's image, his ghost image that was coming out, and pretty much
get the fuck out my house.
Get the fuck out my house. He was like, get the fuck out my house, bitch. I mean, he was trying to kill her and everything. And at this point, she had done some research and figured out who he was, because she found out that he was a doctor. He was also the son of Adams, but he got put out of some shit. He went rogue.
Yeah, he went rogue.
Come to find, then she started seeing pictures of all these people who had gone missing.
Right. And the sheriff, every time that he was pictured, the sheriff was standing beside him. So you know the sheriff had something to do with it.
Yeah. And then this is also where we find out that she's a virgin at this point right here in this scene as well. We find out that she's a virgin in this scene.
I understand her because I was a virgin too. Why y'all bitches?
What Jasmine say? What you say, Jasmine?
I said I could understand her pain. I was a virgin too.
Somebody put Jasmine in timeout.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue.
Why Shayla got it up?
I'm gonna continue on this little
But she
path
did
we're going.
this.
So then they started making, these plans to figure out what's going on. So Letty thinks about some stuff that her mom used to get into. So they go back to the house with this find out that she's a voodoo priestess. So girl, she brought a whole goat and she slit that motherfucker throat real quick. All that blood was gushing all over the place.
That motherfucker throat.
It what?
That motherfucker throat. Not throat, but throat. Okay, so
Period.
all over the place. She grabbed that blood so quick, put a cross on her head, Letty and Tick's head, and then put I didn't notice until my second watch
on the house.
But she also put one on the house. So to make sure that the house, while they were doing this ceremony, the house would be protected
so
as
couldn't
well.
no more spirits come back in.
Mm-hmm.
Spirits and or witchcraft folks.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So they go into the basement, where Letty put all the pictures together, and that's where the spirit came. So then she was doing this ritual down there. So everything started floating the fuck around, girl. All the stuff was rattling and all this other shit. So while all this is going on, here comes all the white boys trying to come in and bash the window and come in their house.
Nobody in here. Ain't nobody here. They come in with bats. They finna beat them hoes up. You hear me?
Mm-hmm. So I didn't really think what I think happened. So while they were still calling for them to come down, they were like, we won't do that, but we don't trust these hoes coming in this house, so we're gonna take them out too. So all you see is a lot of stuff going on. So that elevator that almost killed Letty, baby, that elevator came up and decapitated that motherfucker that was trying to get on the elevator first.
Yep.
And fell down. And then what else happened? I think two of them got.
So she was I'm gonna call her the voodoo priestess. I don't know what she is. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
She was doing her thing and he ended up killing her. And so he started coming for Letty. And then Letty was like, oh my God, you guys still have power. She started talking to those dead spirits in the house, the black people who had died and gotten killed. You still have power. You've got to help me. You know, they had already got rid of the neighbors, killed them and got them in the elevator and drugged them beneath the house, okay? And they started coming to help her to get to take power over the original owner. Yeah. I don't remember.
They could be released.
I think it's Winthrop, not Winthrop.
Something Winthrop. It's something like that.
No, the house is the Winthrop house, but he's somebody else. I forget what his name is.
Shayla.
Was it just me or the people, like the colored people that died in the house that was in the circle with Letty? Mm-hmm. Was it just me that noticed that all of those people signified like a Black History moment? Like Lady Lucy looked like Rosa Parks to me. Yeah. And you had the baseball player that was Jackie Robinson.
Yes.
I was like, oh my God.
So that's the thing about Lovecraft when he wrote. He had these alternate universes with these crucial people of today's history, and he played them in.
And not only that, you have to think it though, and looking into the whole situation though too, is that the stronger that they got, the more energy and power that they were taking from him, that they started getting well, and whatever their bodies was torn and messed up, they started getting those pieces of the back, because the lady that was Rosa Parks, she was split open at the stomach, and then when you looked at her again, her stomach and stuff was healed, and the blood and stuff was gone.
It was a way for them to gain back their power and get peace, to be able to rest forever in peace, instead of rest forever in the state that they died. In reliving the torture over and over again. That tall goddamn basketball player with that baby head, I was like,
and
I want to know deeper into that. Like, why was
he was doing experiments on them?
And I feel like that mama with her pregnant stomach, she had a pregnant stomach, and the baby's head was decapitated. He put that baby head on top of that baseball player, and that's how that baby head got on top of it. That's what I believe.
So that's what that doctor was doing to these black people, and the police officer that was in the pic was aware of it. They were taking the black people and they were experimenting and torturing them.
Now wait a minute, because when I looked in that circle, when the people were still towed up, that lady was holding her baby. That baby still had a head on it.
No, it did not.
Started healing.
That's when they started healing. When she first came up, the head was taken off. Shady.
Yeah, but when they started to get their power back to fight against the evil spirit, they started healing and becoming wholesome. So the baby had his head back. The basketball player had his original head. Like they were able to overpower to be released so that they can now be free and rest in peace. So then the house was no longer haunted.
Yeah.
Right.
It was no longer haunted, but it was protected now.
It was protected now. However, that house, Lord Jesus, in episode 4, baby.
Okay.
Wait, ain't that house still haunted though? That house still haunted because at the end the elevator was still moving by itself.
The elevator gets in the basement. I think it's by good spirits at this point.
Yeah.
I think it's about good spirits now because it moved and it put those bodies downstairs.
Yeah.
And once they got it was working the way that it was supposed to, right?
Mm-hmm.
The lady came in, she was doing an interview for the magazine talking about how well she's doing for this border house for, Negroes in the north side of the area. And she had no more problems. It's like the house was, some of the spirits was like working with her to protect her as well.
Yes.
So the house is still haunted, yes.
Yes. But it's not
against her
no more. It's against everybody trying to come in. That's trying to harm Letty.
It's like a good spirit protecting it against evil now. Mm-hmm. So it went down one more level that I don't think that they even know exists at the time. Yeah. And that's where the bodies were. That's where all those bodies that were buried in that
all
house.
of them.
Right.
So when that police officer said the bodies are buried under the house,
they really buried under
the elevator went to that level of the house where those bodies are buried.
Well, now we see where that connects to in episode 4.
Don't it?
Yes, it does.
Don't it see that? You haven't seen it?
But go ahead.
Alert.
Right.
Right.
So after that, so it ends right there. So wait, did y'all talk about the whole thing with Ruby and Letty about the inheritance?
Yeah, that's how Ruby found out that she said, "How Mama has some money? Mama didn't have any money." Well, here's what we found out. At the end of that episode, Tick was following. He went to that realtor office, and he was watching people coming in, and that's when he found Christina going to the realtor's office, honey. And the realtor was packing up his shit. She was paying him out. Thank you for a job well done. Christina actually put money into account to make it look like it was Letty's and Ruby's mommy's money, and then worked with that particular realtor to ensure that they get into that particular house because they needed that house and they needed them. So Ruby and Letty mama never really had any money. The money came from Christina. So he came in, he was trying to kill her. You leave my friends and family alone, and this, that, and the other. And that's what she was like, bitch, first of all, who gonna check me, boo?
Right.
He tried to shoot her. That gun wouldn't work. He couldn't move. She got a curse that protects her from being killed or damaged. And she was like, first of all, I need you to calm down so you can learn what I need you to know. And second of all, I need you to move smarter because, baby, you can't be a black man killing a white woman in these days, baby. So you need to
And then also, let's not forget another important thing. She said, we all get one spell in our lifespan. And my father's spell was invulnerability, but he took in order for you to take him to Eden, he had to take that power away, and that's the only reason why he's dead now.
That's it.
Say what now? One more time.
Say it again.
She said so. Everyone in their bloodline, they're allowed to have one spell only for protection. I believe she's specifically if we're talking about one spell for protection. and the father's protection was in a vulnerability. That's why he was able to regenerate after getting chopped up and his liver getting taken out and all that other stuff, and he wasn't harmed and he was still alive. So she said for the whole Garden of Eden scene to happen in the second episode, he had to take that invulnerability down so he can walk through the portal into Eden.
And that's the only reason why he was able to be killed.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Letting them know that she's protected. That's how you know she can't be killed. And she ain't taking her shit down, is what she said.
Right.
She said, so what I need you to do is to take a breath, and I need you to move smarter.
Mm-hmm.
She gathered her things. She opened up them blinds, gathered him together, and she took her ass home. Yeah. Okay. And then that was at scene. That was the last of episode 3, which was entitled Holy Ghost.
Yeah.
Right.
And we're going to take a moment before we get into episode 4.
Cause baby.
And we're going to take us a little breaky break. One moment. You know what? One moment, love muffins.
All right, y'all. I had to switch it up, get relaxed. The show was moving right on along. Y'all having a good time? Y'all still doing good? Y'all still hanging in there with us? Or have y'all hoes logged off and left? I guess if you logged off and left, you wouldn't see this until after the replay. Did you leave? Are you hanging in there? Y'all need to hang on in there with us, honey. Telling you, we having a good old time. So anyway, y'all, thank y'all for joining the Save On Experience. And the Saturday Night Social Club with her miscreants. Y'all know they're all out there doing everything, honey. So y'all make sure y'all come in, like, share, and subscribe. And, you know, thank you for joining us on this wonderful, wonderful evening. You could be anywhere, but you're here, she says. So thank y'all for joining her and being here. This is Marshall number 2. Marshall number 2. So, Jasmine, you here? You good? What's been going on this week, Jasmine? You know, she's gone and she's doing her thing. So, I guess I'll talk to comments. Who out there in the comments today? Is Shayla out there, girl? Shayla, you out there? D-Star, you out there? Honey, what the rest of her friends that be out here, honey? Oh, let's see, Zylan, I see you. Oh, I see you out here, Zylan. You always out here supporting, girl. Oh, my God, Coco Gadget. She still ain't done your commercial, has she? I don't even know how you play with her. Why you still friends with her? Like, why you talk to her? And why you collaborate with her? She can't even put your commercial up. I mean, like, damn. It's just a commercial. Put the commercial up, girl. You deserve your commercial being put up. If y'all not, y'all go out there to Go-Go Gadget on Fridays, honey. She has Go-Go Gadget. Thank God. Finally, it's Friday. So make sure y'all get out there and check her out. D-Star got his shows on Sundays. So on Sundays, yeah, Sundays. D-Star got his show on Sundays. And I want to say he also has a show on Wednesdays as well. Because, you know, we being there nosy, checking him out, seeing what he's talking about. So y'all make sure y'all check out the content. Don't forget. Because, see, I've been checking out. Look, y'all know I like Topic Tuesdays. And it ain't for Savon because she gets on my nerves. I be waiting on Tasha Neek to come through, my cousin. Y'all know my girl, Tasha Neek, girl. She comes through. Yes. So Tasha Neek be on it sometime on Topic Tuesdays. And I think she said she also going to have a show on Saturdays called Story Time with Tasha Neek. The shit she got to tell. Oh, y'all just don't understand the shit she got to tell. It's lifelike. It's everything, bitch. It's everything. So anyway, y'all, I'm going to go. So y'all get back to the show. This is just me helping her out with her merch because she probably go piss again. Or she probably boo-booing. I think she boo-booing. You pre-plunging, girl? You pre-plunging? Make sure you plunge. And don't put too much toilet in there, okay, girl? You know how you be dropping deuces at folks' house. Well, this is your house, so I guess you can drop a deuce. But pre-plunge, girl. All right, y'all. We getting back to the show. Thank y'all for joining. Later. Oh, what did I do in my mouth? God. Speaking of.
She talked too much.
Why is she so damn petty?
Girl, cause she just petty as hell. I hate her sometimes.
I hate her.
He said, and I quote, I hope you pre-plunging and ain't dropping deuces. Oh,
Right.
yes, you are. It is your house.
Right.
Jesus. What's wrong with your friend?
Listen, once again,
Pre-plunge.
thank y'all for staying with us, honey, because we've been on here for a minute. We about to wrap this shit up as quick as we can because we about to it's a spoiler alert. You know what? We probably don't even need to talk about this one tonight. I think we should probably end here. Let Jasmine watch episode 4, and we can pick episode 4 up next week or something.
Perfect, because I gotta watch it again.
Let's do that. So, listen, you guys, we would like to thank you for being a part of the Save On experience with the. So, girl, why every time I say the Saturday Night Social Club, I want to say the Tennessee Social Club because I'm so nasty. And if y'all don't know what that is, y'all have to go back and watch some of my videos from like January to know what the Tennessee Social Club is for me and Jessica. It's still in my spirit.
Really, husband? That's how you feel, Spilly boy? Really?
Nobody think about
That husband don't want none.
Oh, girl, here we go.
Y'all
always fussing and fighting.
Y'all always fighting over the same man, bro.
Child, that's my big sister from another mister, baby.
I'm gagging. I gotta go back and watch. What else I was gonna watch again? Episode 3 again, bitch. I gotta watch that. How 4? So much. I watched 4 twice, but I gotta watch 3 again too, bitch. Because I feel like 3.
Girl, 3 was a man.
I gotta watch that again, y'all.
But one thing about 3 though, I do like is since it is you have like the whole Adam and Eve Christianity thing. But then the introduction of the voodoo and stuff like that, and we get taught in Christianity about how voodoo was horrible and voodoo was the devil and blah, 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 blah. But through the use of voodoo, we saw what kind of ancestral power we have.
Hey, Spilly boy.
Hey, Spilly boy.
What's going on, y'all?
Listen, when I tell you this shit right here.
I love this shit, baby.
Child. It's interesting. It's interesting. Finish what you were saying.
Yeah, because he was putting together Christianity and the whole voodoo.
Yeah, he was making a whole point, but I had already pushed the button. It was too late for me.
I think I was saying since we have all these connections with Christianity, with Adam and Eve and God and all that, so then we have the voodoo priestess who comes in and pretty much gives Letty protection, and then also through the whole ritual, she brings if you think of it as ancestral power, she brought this ancestral power into come as a protection over Letty's life.
Yeah,
and if you see her in the first scene of the 3rd episode, when it kind of reflects on how she feels when she's in church.
Yes.
It kind of shows that she doesn't have a really strong connection with the church, but since she's while she's protected by God, she's also protected by her ancestors. So
but she also had said in episode 2 that she had got hurt in the church when they were talking. But I just want to say, if I'm allowed to, Spilly boy, that our original heritage, from what I've been understanding, and when we were in Africa, was based primarily on rituals and different things.
Yes.
That a lot of what we learned today was a lot of stuff that was pressed upon us. So I really don't feel like I feel like it's a balance on everything. Like it's a yin and yang to anything. So even when you're working with the arts or whatever, you have a white side and you have a dark side to it. You know what I'm saying? That's with Christianity. You have God and the devil. So I mean, I can see every aspect of it, and I understand every aspect of it.
Yep.
I agree. I think a lot of people forget that in Africa, it wasn't a sense of God in the sense that it is in America.
Right.
It wasn't.
It never was. It's things that's what we've been taught during the period of slavery, and then throughout the years, and we've lost sight of that. And I actually had a discussion like that, actually with someone very close to me, and she's like, "What you mean? We you know what? We're not gonna do this. We're gonna shut it down right now, girl. You believe whatever you want to believe. That's all right, girl. Stay there. I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, if you go to Africa today, it's not that way. That's not the way it is.
Child, you ain't even got to go to Africa. You can go right there to New Orleans.
I was just doing that.
You know, in New Orleans is the voodoo capital of the American states. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's not taught and looked at something as negative. It's looked at something as your ancestral heritage, like Zylant was saying. So, I mean, it's a fine balance, and it's even like today. I had a lady out of the blue that was telling me that she was a spiritual counselor or whatever. She helped people through like that, and people look at mediums and different people like that like they're evil, and people are not always evil that have visions and sights.
Right. Agreed. Agreed.
Okay.
That to believe that they were. Go ahead, Spilly boy.
Let me say this first. Jasmine, I don't know why you said, let me say something if I can, but I ain't running nothing over here. So I'm a guest, honey. A guest. I ain't running shit. And don't even go there, honey. I want Shaquancha coming out after me, honey, because I have to bust her ass. So
Not Shaquancha.
Yeah, Miss Shaquancha come for me. I'm going to have to clean her up, honey. So But no, what you're saying is correct. It's always weird to me how people really do look down upon like voodoo. They they're like, oh, voodoo is like this bad thing. Like it's always the dark arts. It's not always the dark arts. There is a light side and there's a dark side. I am more, I'm not from New Orleans. I'm not from Africa. So
Yeah.
Yeah, So my whole thing is based in Christianity. So my thing is I'm not afraid, and just me personally, I've never been afraid of voodoo. I'm not afraid of it at all. Voodoo or the dark arts. I'm not afraid of it. But I respect it.
Right.
If that makes sense. Because I was in New Orleans and I have a picture. I took a picture outside of Marie Laveau's, because Marie Laveau's, her beauty salon, I believe it's her beauty salon is actually on Bourbon, and then there's like a few streets over or something where her actual house is, the Marie Laveau that they talk about in AHS.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like a museum type of thing. Like you can go in and you can see it, and like Sean and them, they all went in. Baby, I didn't go in. Baby, I took a picture of the outside. I have it in my phone. I'll send it to y'all. But I took a picture, a couple pictures outside. But baby, I wasn't going up in there.
I mean, because I believe that type of stuff, spirits and all that stuff, I'm an avid believer of it. So
yes, I don't fear it.
They attach shit to you. They can attach to you.
Yeah, I don't fear it. I don't play with it either because it's not my Jewish. I don't fear it. I respect it and I keeps it moving. No, I'm not going up in her beauty salon, honey.
Okay.
And I feel not only just voodoo, but I feel the same with practicing witches. I understand it and I respect it, but however, I ain't going to test nothing either.
Right, because I know not to trust people. Child, just sitting down here on the YouTube street. How many times? Well, I can tell you how many times I've been dealing with a person and I think that they're cool and they're all nice and they're an evil old bitch.
Right.
I mean, evil down to their whole goddamn core.
Yeah.
So no, child.
I'm an oracle, so I'm an instrument. So things cling to me anyway. I don't need those type of vibes. So I say.
But I tell you, somebody who balances it, and Maddie balances it because Maddie definitely is got her foot in. Her foot is based in church, and and what she learned as a child, and she believes all of those things that Miss Mary preaches. She believes that, and she lives that. You know what I mean? She fears all of that, but at the same time, Maddie believes in tarot card reading.
Yes.
And, you know, it drives Miss Mary up a wall.
Yes.
But Maddie believes that.
I believe that with all this energy, all of this is energy. With all this energy, there's a connection to it all. It's just not just one way. And I think that's what most people are trying to get that message out. You can't be just very single-minded about it. There's nothing single-minded in this world. So it
not at all.
Just like how some people, they won't necessarily say God. They'll say the universe.
Right.
Or the creator or something like that. It's just a different way of seeing this all-powerful spiritual being.
But then
a lot of it is what you've been taught. A lot of it is what you've been taught. You have to search. See, I'm old, bitch. So I don't have to search and figure out what works for me. You have to find what works for you. Just like us. Shayla not included. Us. You ain't part of this, Shayla. But just like us, there are people who believe that we are evil and we are wicked and everything about us is wrong.
Yeah.
Because they've been taught that they don't know. And if they ever took the time to get to know some of us, they would know that that was completely incorrect. But they're never going to know that, you know, folks like us aren't evil, honey. But it goes back to what they're taught. You have to figure out what works for you, child.
No, true.
Right.
But we like you, though, Shayla. I mean, you know, we like you, bro.
Whatever. I know y'all love me.
We love you because you were a drag queen in another life, so it's okay.
I agree. I believe she was.
She was old Snapdragon in another life.
I agree. I believe that's where all that compassion and understanding come from today that she just automatically has because in her former life, baby. I believe I was an animal in my former life. That's why I have so many.
Girl, you know she's Snow White, child.
They're going over there running a kennel.
Oh,
girl, Snow White, baby.
Oh.
I was ready to say it. Just what type of animal was it?
Well, if we be honest, they might get it to her mama. Her mama's Snow White, the original.
Hold on, baby. What you talking about? Who said Shayla wasn't? Don't play with me, child. I told y'all about one experience. Don't try it.
Mm-hmm. That Bambi, you know Bambi always got to push it, honey.
Right.
That's my Bambi, honey. But no, I'm child. And this episode 4, I was glad that you actually cut the conversation there.
Oh Lord, look who
Was that that girl go gadget at him?
And she out eating some well.
Girl.
I feel like
I'm out here in these streets. Oh my God, my earpiece came out. I'm out here in these streets.
Where your ass at, hoe?
I want to hear the music.
Drunk. She drunk.
Hold on.
Right, drunk.
They bumping and riding around here. There's a lot of trade out here. I'm on location. A lot of trade out here.
No, she didn't say a lot of trade.
She don't even know what trade is. Yeah.
It's a lot of trade out here. I don't even know what it is, but goddamn it, it's out here. It's out there.
She a hot
girl, you with your friend?
Who you out with, Go?
This is Bridget J reporting live from the Romans where there's a lot of trade out here.
The mouth of the South,
a lot of damn trade.
Yeah, I was glad you cut off at the end of 3 and didn't go into 4.
Why you say that, Spiller?
Because Jasmine needs to watch it, and I need to go do my review. I was literally getting ready to get up and go do my review before I clicked on with y'all.
Yeah, I mean yes.
I like to do my review before I actually converse with other people.
P-Valley. I gotta watch.
We're at 12 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock, right?
We gotta watch.
Not here. Not here.
Yeah, 12 o'clock. That's
well, we gotta watch.
Right?
Yeah.
That's when they
We gotta watch
released it
T
on
Valley
Netflix.
and Power Book too. Power Book.
Bro, I ain't watching that before.
I ain't
Yeah, I
about
never
watching.
watched
New
those
Ghost.
people.
Bye.
Power Book too.
Bro,
Ain't nobody watching
Spin-off
that.
from
I
Power.
know.
Ain't nobody watching that. Ghost dead. We done.
Right. And Omari already pissed me off anyway, so I don't need to see that
Do
shit.
you? But listen, hold on. You think it's gonna be a twist to it? Cause somebody put a bug in my ear earlier. They said maybe Ghost ain't dead.
Bro, I think he was dead in the first place.
I feel the same way about Greenleaf. I don't know that I really want to watch the damn spinoff.
It's a
I'm more,
spinoff.
I'm
Yeah,
more,
there's a
They
spinoff
killed the
coming for
preacher.
Greenleaf.
So what's the spinoff about? What is it about?
We
Harmony and
don't
Hope?
know. We don't know. They
We
didn't
don't
tell
know
us
yet.
which characters. They didn't. They won't tell us which characters are actually moving on.
What is this called?
I don't want to watch that.
I don't
Shadow.
know.
We don't know.
So
We
they
don't
just said
know.
it's gonna be a spinoff, but we don't
There's
know.
definitely going to be. They've definitely confirmed there is definitely a spinoff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, who
And I'm
goes
like, they
around?
don't have to spin
Can
off.
y'all
They
hear
can
me?
just step on. Yeah, baby, we can hear you.
I can't hear y'all. Hold on.
Well, go ahead
iPhone.
with your drunk self.
Right.
Mhm.
That's that
Yeah,
iPhone.
but yeah, Uncle Clifford gonna be that child. This little thing gonna be a mess. Oh, child.
I want to know who.
I want to know if y'all raised the 55,000 to save the paint.
Right.
I just think, look,
I want to know what Lil Murder was winning the race itself, so we didn't see nothing, honey. That's what I want to know.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know why we couldn't see a dangling ball or something. And then on top, I want to see if he did good on that stage. You know what? For some reason, I have never met Trey that I wanted to support, but I really want to support Lil Murder.
I like Lil Murder is all. Y'all know Lil Murder is all.
For his vision.
Girl, I'm gone.
No shade, but I never mind.
I'm okay when people say they're gone because I'm like, let's those are less hoes and asses I got to kick to get out the way. So
Right.
I won't.
But Lil Murder's all y'all's uncle, honey, because that's my little that's y'all's uncle. So y'all go sit down. Oh.
C-Mon, what you just said is the reason why you my aunt.
Not too much.
What you just said.
What?
Not too much. Not too much.
Every
I said what I said, girl. I done
and I
told
said what I said. Not too much.
Well, girl.
Now, why you come on here making all that noise with this bag? This ain't no ASMR.
Another bag of Cheetos.
Girl, nobody trying to see it in your mouth.
Child, don't tell me
all night.
He think that's his best asset, and it is in his mouth. I done told him before, it's that gap, honey. Get on out here.
And we still didn't see that dangling thing in the back of your throat. It's gone.
We don't want to.
It
I don't want to see him shoot.
I don't want to put it away.
I feel like the black sheep.
Okay, so
now how you gonna say you feel like the black sheep, lightest thing on the screen? I feel like the black sheep.
Jasmine. So somebody else in the audience, Chantel, said that she feel like Lil Murder manager wanted him too. I feel like
I said that.
He seemed a little.
We all said that. I thought that too.
Yeah, he seemed a little like he felt a little slighted, Annie.
See, this is how I figured that I'm not an avid TV watcher, because I try and get into these shows and I just miss every goddamn thing.
You don't be watching TV.
I didn't get that.
Do you sit and watch, or do you be floating around and getting up and?
Well, no, I
don't sit here.
I really don't. I get in a comfortable spot.
You can't even talk to us and sit still. You get up and walk all around while you talk.
I don't. I really don't. Like, I be sitting right on the couch. I find me a comfortable spot, and I have to sit there and literally, I have to force myself to watch stuff because I don't like watching TV.
Well, that might just be your thing. You just ain't a TV watcher, sugar.
But I be trying to be, because I be wanting to talk about what everybody else talking about.
Child, listen. I just told her, didn't see, and when I told her this wasn't, she ain't like us anymore. She's like, huh?
TV is everything for me. I was the only child, so I had to have TV.
Girl, they ain't got nothing to do with no damn only child.
Yeah,
Well, I was the only child. My mom
You
said
say you on OnlyFans. What you say?
No.
I'm leaving.
I don't know why everybody use the OnlyFans. I only use air conditioners.
What? You don't even use that. You don't want to always be having that fan going in the background.
What?
Oh, she said, I don't know why everybody using OnlyFans. I'm using only air conditioners.
It's time to go to bed.
All right, y'all. So listen, I am about to get off because I need to get myself together so I can watch Pussy Valley.
Right.
Ooh, yes, I'm ready to watch. I am
Down
so
in
ready.
the valley where the girls get naked.
Get naked.
If you know some bands, then you know she gonna shake
Go-
it.
Ooh.
1, 2,
One, two, break 'em.
3, 4.
Oh, but you probably you caught that part, didn't you, honey?
You got all that.
You caught all of that, didn't you, honey? It's the shows that you planning on watching. I bet you be watching porno like that too, and be catching all the little nuances. It's what you watching, honey.
Well, I mean, that's my
Oh, shit.
business, but
See,
I can't wait to see Uncle Clifford's black outfit tonight, bitch. Oh,
baby, listen, I love Uncle Clifford. Uncle Clifford's a mess.
you know, he actually goes live on his Instagram quite a bit.
Oh, does he, Nika?
Mhm.
he liked one of my comments. I felt so honored.
Look at you being a celebrity and shit.
All right.
He just liked the comment, y'all.
Now,
He-
where the fuck she going?
What did you say?
Right. Knowing Shayla, you know she even said something.
Because you know, what you say, Shayla?
Oh, on his picture, I put use a fine ass MF.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You put that on Nico's page?
I sure did.
You flirt with the girl. See, I told you, the girl, she want to do caca. Honey.
wait a minute, sister.
I told you she was a drag queen. Former
Wait a
honey,
minute,
that's
sister.
what do caca with Uncle Clifford. Girl, sit down.
But let me tell you, that
Wait a minute,
motherfucking
sister.
beard,
Wait a minute.
whoever does,
Shayla. Who
I
did
tell all
you
my friends they fine. I tell all my friends they fine. That don't mean I want to fuck you.
Uh-huh.
listen, I live for the way they design his motherfucking beard on every show. It be so goddamn crisp and clean. It be so motherfucking fine.
Girl, they need to go over to Tyler Perry Studios.
That's not gonna happen. So I don't even know why you said it.
Uh-oh.
I know, that's why I said it.
Mr.
Tyler, look, Tyler, listen, I'm really trying to break out into some other areas. If you need me on set for hair, you just got to reach out to me on Instagram like you have them other hoes.
Right.
Yeah, and I can paint. I can paint nails real well.
And he need me to come in there and do some writing on some scripts because I'm sick of this shit he's writing now. Because he is wearing me out.
No, Chris, I am here for you. I am here for you.
Baby, I was so angry with Tyler from the new opening of the Have and the Have Nots. It took me 3 episodes to sit down and do a review. Huh?
I ain't watched that since season 3.
Silly boy.
I'm on episode 2 right now.
2 of what?
Of the Have and Have. Well, of the season of the Have.
Of season 7. Okay. Yeah, it's horrible. Horrible. But I wanted to ask you, Mr.
Silly boy. Hey.
Do you like Uncle Clifford?
Right, she drunk as hell.
Yeah.
Drunk. Toe up.
Mr. 6'8".
Say what, Spiller boy?
What is your feelings about Uncle Clifford, honey?
You know what? I think Uncle Clifford is sickening. I would give him a run around the block.
I knew it. Come on, that was it. That's all I wanted, honey. I knew it. Jasmine. Jasmine.
Block, but that's all right. So I think he's handsome, but not. He's got nice fashions and dresses and gowns.
Hey,
exactly. You say nice fashions and dresses and gowns, honey. I'm not a caca type of person, but you know.
Yes. What we used to call it. What do we
for me?
I don't go caca. We call it something else. We said
Bumper possible.
It's the personality for me.
Y'all ain't a fuck me sis.
Out of here with my damn hero.
I am a supporter of those who like to fuck their sisters, but I'm not personally a fuck me sis type of gal.
There you go.
I will
definitely
buy the shirt and support because I believe, but I'm not personally a fuck me sis type of girl.
Me either.
Right, Shayla.
That makes 3 of us.
I don't like to bump pussy.
I have to go get my shirt from Chi Chi and have it special made, honey, where it says "fuck me sis" on the front, and then on the back it'll say "and I'll black your eye, honey."
Oh my god!
Listen. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. I am going to head on out of here because Mama's got to go pee again.
Okay, cool.
And so, and I need to go and get de-dragged so I can watch television, you know.
So the power, okay, let me, the power book already come on so I can watch it right now when I go home. Is that true or no?
I don't know.
I don't know.
They said power book.
You the one that told us about it.
I'm watching Mulan.
Xylan, don't be so.
Oh, you gonna pay $30?
Girl, when it come out.
I already got it.
Got what?
Fire
the
stick.
Oh, you got it on the Fire Stick?
Yeah, I got it on Fire Stick.
Oh, because I was getting ready to say, because on the Disney Plus app, they don't give a fuck about
you. Put the warning.
You owe us $30.
Disney don't shut us down because Jasmine.
Wait a minute. Disney Plus want $30? Wait.
I don't know.
No, if you want to watch it early, you have to pay. You pay $30. If you don't,
that's what I'm saying. If on Disney Plus, if you want to watch it, it's $30.
Watch what? Watch what? I'm asking.
I ain't watching that. It's gonna come out.
Shit.
Well, I'm gonna run a special. I'm gonna go through my platform and I'm gonna run Milan for y'all for $5.
Milan
$30.
Disney can do it.
Because they premiering it on Disney Plus because they can't. It can't go to the movie.
What's all that noise?
Well, Shell, that's that damn 6 foot.
Thank you, Nancy.
Sit still.
Listen, so y'all, I'm not doing no more closing. So go.
Yes.
All right, they can find you on Fridays on your channel. Go Gadget Bridget on YouTube.
Yeah.
Or Friday.
// YouTube. Yeah, I mean, yes, YouTube / go Gadget Bridget. Yes, thank you, God. He is great.
Yeah.
And on Twitter at Go Gadget Bridget and on Periscope. Don't forget about my little Periscope people.
Yes.
I love y'all. I'll see y'all.
You later, boo.
Bye, Go.
Listen, Mister, we know where to find you. All things Mr. 6'8".
Yes. And you can find me. You can find me in Uncle Clifford. You can find me in Uncle Clifford.
Girl, bye.
You said, you know what? Bye. Look, go to sleep. You about to go sleep. I appreciate you. Bye. We know where to find Billy Boy TV, honey.
You do. Thank y'all for always letting me hang out with y'all.
Thank you for always fucking with us.
Right.
Okay.
Y'all
little people
over here for too long, honey.
And thank you for always putting out content I can kiki to and be messy as fuck without judgment.
Right.
Bye, baby.
Guys.
Bye, Shayla.
Damn.
Eileen, where can they find you?
Okay. You guys can find me on YouTube / Silence Artist. The video me, Auntie, and Mama did is over 2,000 views on that reaction video we did for Why by Nicole Kirkland. So thank you guys again for your support. Again, thank you, Auntie and Mama, for being in the video with me. It was fun. Also, there's a new video. I did my first album review on my channel, so check that out. We're supporting independent artists out here, so make sure we support Black independent artists. Okay, yeah. I'll see you guys later.
All righty, Pumpkin. Jasmine.
Yes.
Where can they find you, love?
Oh my God. So I want to thank everybody for showing up and showing out tonight. And thank you, Savon, for having me on the Savon Experience. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe as you're leaving out. Tomorrow night we will be doing the final episode of season 1 of P Valley tomorrow night at the Jasmine Divine, which is JAZMINE DIVINE. You can catch me on all social media platforms with the same one. Until tomorrow night, may the odds be forever in your favor.
Bitch. Yes, ma'am. I was waiting for her to have her Serenity Piece background. You know, the one where she's laying in the woods. It's that daytime breeze, and she's giving us that, what is it, Yoko Omo Oto, I don't know if that name is right, humble spirits. Y'all, I want to appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here tonight. Thank you, Nancy. I appreciate for your support. I thank everybody for viewing us and messing with us on this day. I know some of my folks, they'll come in and see it later because they out there in these streets celebrating pride and sucking COVID-19, Lord Jesus. And I want you to be safe and doing all that stuff. So listen, tomorrow, Jasmine Divine, the cool down. Tuesday, Topic Tuesday with Infamous Chi-Chi and myself. We bring you all the latest topics and Hail to the Now News. And then we have on Tuesday later on that day, once again, Miss Jasmine Divine with a chat with Divine. Wednesday, we've got D-Star. Yes, Lord Jesus. Friday, we have Go Gadget. It's Family Friday, and then we start the shit right on over again. So listen, have a very good night. Like, share, and subscribe. Love you much. Bye, babies. Oh my God. Bye.